From your local election headquarters, here's Fred Childers with This Week in Louisiana Politics.
Good morning, I'm Shannon Heck. Thanks for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Politics on your local election headquarters. The Louisiana legislature has rejected a bill that would have banned gender-affirming care for minors. The controversial bill brought misinformation and national debates to the State House, and I caught up with advocates on their reaction earlier in the week. Take a look. For weeks, advocates have been pushing to stop the bill that would ban gender-affirming care for minors. There's been a lot of misinformation swirling around each hearing, and today a Senate committee struck down the bill. The bill by State Representative Gabe Furman looks to ban gender-affirming care, which mainly focuses on transgender children. This includes treatments such as puberty blockers and hormones. He claims these methods are harmful to children and that kids are not mature enough to make such decisions.
When you hear testimony from those in the healthcare field opposed to this bill, I want you to consider how lucrative these experimental procedures are for the gender industry.
Doctors who work with transgender kids pointed to statistics that show getting gender-affirming care greatly reduces the suicide rates of that vulnerable population. Furman continually rejected those facts and claimed that they were not true.
We do not get to just remove health care for one vulnerable population. That is discrimination, and this bill was about discrimination. It was not about protecting kids.
After hours of emotional testimony, a motion was made to defer the bill, and the Republican chairman of the committee cast the tie-breaking vote.
So for that, because I do believe in a physician and I believe in the right for a family to choose what's best for them, I vote yes.
Senator Fred Mills has gotten a lot of blowback from a lot of national right-wing groups. It has also been reported that he's been receiving threats against him and his pharmacy in Iberia Parish. As retaliation, State Representative Alan Seabaugh attached an amendment to one of Mills' bills that would essentially prevent that law from going into effect unless the ban on gender-affirming care is passed. There's also a push from the LA GOP and Attorney General Jeff Landry to have the full Senate bypass the committee and discharge the bill onto the floor to be passed there. It's not clear what the plan is of the legislature as of right now, but Governor John Bel Edwards has said in the past that these kinds of bills distract from the bigger issues facing the state. When asked his thoughts on the possibility of the bill coming back, the governor said that the Senate should respect the will of the committee and listen to real medical professionals.
The legislature has no business inserting itself into that equation. I don't believe that the legislature is competent to have findings that are in disagreement with the medical associations whose professionals know most about these conditions and the treatments and so forth. And so I believe the actions of the Senate Health and Welfare Committee were appropriate. But I also believe that the Senate, and hopefully it will, as a whole, will protect the work of that committee